From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
You're watching All-Star 15 TV. To bring you all the action from Derby, Connecticut, here is AJ Capola.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Wheels America Cup Series, the first race of their playoffs. It is the SimStandings 125. We're at Kansas Speedway for 125 laps, and boy, do we have a show for you. It's going to be interesting. I do have my good buddy Ryan Fry up in the booth with me. He's trying to get some things figured out, because we can hear him, but unfortunately he can't hear us. So we will get to the wrestling guru from Hagerstown, Maryland, whenever he can hear us and add some input. But we're going to try and talk to that driver you see on screen right now. Let's see if we can get a hold of Mr. Matt Smith. Looking for him. There he is. Matt Smith, AJ Capola up in the ND&T broadcast booth. You got a copy, pal?
Got a copy, sir.
Hey, we got you on screen running some laps right now. How does the car feel? How confident are you? And what are your thoughts going into it?
Car feels great. The Highline's going to be the place to be tonight. On cold tires, we're getting a little loose there as you speak. The bottom side's going to be good on cold tires at the beginning, and then as the tires heat up, the high side will come in. I think that's where our action's going to be.
Yeah, we were talking to some other drivers about where they're going to try and race and everything as you're coming up to Jeff Sickles in that 22 A's lawn and landscaping machine. The high side is going to be the place to go, or are we going to see people try to loop that bottom on very short runs possibly?
On the short run, yeah, definitely. You're going to have a lot of people trying to do slide jobs and try to make that work at the beginning because every position counts. As you know, with the playoffs starting, got to do what you got to do.
Oh, trust me, I know it, and it's going to get interesting these next couple weeks for the playoffs. It's going to be a lot of fun, very interesting. Any experience advantage to you being last series champion?
Not really, as we moved to the new car, so it's a new learning experience with everything. But I've definitely learned a lot throughout the year, and hopefully I can get enough luck on my side like last year and take home number 2.
All right, dude. Well, we'll let you go get back to practice because you're about to start qualifying. Good luck, pal. Hopefully we get to talk to you later on in the race.
I appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much.
Back up to PGR?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, with that said, Ryan, can you hear us yet? Guess that would be still a no. So let's also go talk to Jonathan Wright. There he is. Let's go bring him down to the broadcast booth, get his thoughts on everything. Jonathan Wright, AJ Capola in the NTNT broadcast booth. He's got a copy, pal.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, wanted to get a little ground with you. How you feeling going into the race? Well, what are your thoughts and what are your chances for Kansas here tonight?
Feeling pretty good. Car's been fast all week. I've been pretty much top of all the leaderboards pretty much all week, so we'll see what happens. Just I don't know if I got a shot at the pole, so in traffic I'm really loose, so I'm just gonna have to be careful if I'm in traffic.
Yeah, with traffic, we were just talking with Matt Smith as he was trying to maneuver around some people and going to that middle to bottom lane as you're trying to get around somebody. It looks like the car can get very loose. Have you noticed that at all in any of your laps run tonight?
I noticed if you go to the bottom, it's really tight. In the middle, it's really loose. Up top, it's kind of free. But if you get on that seam going from the top to the middle or just try to run the middle, it's really, really loose. It's almost unable to run that lane. So it's just going to be try to run up next to the wall, don't kill the tires, and keep it out of the fence and keep the car clean.
Well, we've seen a couple drivers try to keep it out of the fence, be very unsuccessful, especially coming out of turn 4. But there's 10 seconds left, pal. Good luck in qualifying, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you a little bit later here tonight.
Yeah, man, y'all hopefully put on a good show for y'all. Y'all have fun.
Yeah, see you later, pal.
Yep.
All right, everybody, that was the 04 of Jonathan Wright. We're about to start qualifying soon. Ryan, you got us at all? Well, I heard you for a split second. You need to probably get closer to your mic or something like that.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you, pal.
Is it better?
Well, let's see. If I turn you all the way up to 200, let's see. Try talking now.
Let me try turning myself up.
Yeah, through the Discord. The good old Discord settings there. But yeah, we're about to start qualifying. Ryan, it's good to have you up in the booth now that you could actually hear me. You're still quiet. You went to voice and audio and turned yourself all the way up to 100?
Audio settings are at 100. Output is
There you go.
at...
Whatever you're just doing right now, you sound beautiful.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Well, you sound a lot clearer.
There you go. That's better. All right, we're good to go.
All right. So, everybody, this is the wrestling guru Ryan Fry from Hagerstown, Maryland. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
So, now that you're back on iRacing, we get to call a race finally together. It's been a long time since we've done that. Kansas Speedway. I know we've done a lot of it on the Heat games, but to take you around this place, it's going to be a top track with people trying to move slide jobs over somebody. Maybe on some short runs we'll be able to run the bottom. Ryan, what are you thinking about 125 laps going around this mile and a half?
It's going to be interesting just to see after a little bit more of a run how much looser the track gets. It sounds like there's a seam that it gets awful loose pretty quick, but let's see what it does after enough wear on the tires to make it even more interesting.
So, the cars that we're going to be watching here tonight are going to be fueled at about 50% consistently. That is going to be their full fuel load. So, with that, I think pit stops are going to be around 27 to about 32 tops. Should be interesting. I'm going to pull the race details up for everybody now so I can kind of go through them. So, we're 125 laps here tonight. 1 fast repair. Max incidents equal out to 30. 4 sets of tires. Stage 1 concludes at lap 35 and stage 2 at lap 75. And to finish out the race, we have 1 attempt at a green-white checkered. Should be interesting. They run it just like a actual NASCAR race, so it makes it easy for all the drivers and all the people that love watching NASCAR and have been watching NASCAR the last couple years with the stages. But it's race 1 for the playoffs. Ryan, I know we've done playoff situations within a lot of the leagues we've been in. Take us through the mentality of the first race of a playoff, no matter if it's, on here or on another simulator / game. What is a mindset of a driver in the playoffs, race 1?
It's got to be no mistakes. No mistakes is the name of the game to get through this race without any kind of either dust ups on the tracks with anybody that could come into play later on in the playoffs or anything, so you still get a solid finish and continue to hope you can put together. I guess it's the best average you can for the next 3 races.
So qualifying is going to be over in roughly a good 6 minutes. Let's actually go look at some of the drivers on track. Playoff driver Josh King on his finish lap, checkered lap, and that might move him up the board to second place with a 31.1. Looks like Jeff Tetro, currently 7th place after his first lap, at a 31.27. Ryan, are you up in the race yet? And Tetro is going to stay at a 7th place. Let's go see Kevin Bullock as he's coming to his checkered flag, going into turn 3 and 4. And out of turn 4, coming to the line, going to dive underneath the white line. That is not out of bounds here. And he will go P1. Wow, what a fast lap. A 30.94. Let's look at last year's champion, Matt Smith, as he's coming to his white flag in qualifying. That's going to put him P14 for the time being. Ryan, how important is qualifying at Kansas?
Qualifying here is huge. I mean, track position is the name of the game with a track where it's usually a one race groove track, and with the track being loose the way it is, it's going to be really hard to try to pass. A lot of slide jobs in the forecast for today.
Mm-hmm.
Probably could slide jobs could create cautions when they're done the wrong way. So track position's everything, especially in the playoffs.
All right, Ryan. If you have more than one monitor, I am sharing my timing and scoring screen with you for any updates and all that stuff. Just if you want to get a look at everything that's going on, numbers wise. Yeah. So, with that being said, let me get the little read out that our wonderful friend and league owner, Steve Tucker, put out for us. SimStandings 125 is an upcoming web service for iRacing leagues. It will provide a hub for hosting your points, driver performance, track and league records, along with other leaderboards. It'll come with an easy-to-use interface, a Discord bot to use in your league's Discord server, and web views to integrate with broadcasts. Stay tuned for the launch later on this year, and that is the sponsor for today's race, SimStandings 125. Anything really to help out league owners, Ryan, I know you're going to be starting a Tuesday and Saturday night league coming up with a lot of our friends. Anything to help record data has to be a friend to league owners. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you agree, Ryan? All right, I don't think Ryan's there at the moment. Might have stepped away for a split second. But let's go look at Jonathan Wright as he's trying to finish his qualifying. He's going to go P2. Frankie Bararso just finished. He's going to go P4. Robert Hissong, another playoff driver. And he's going to go to P4 with a very fast lap to finish qualifying. Mike Corvu is going to spin. Ryan, I threw it to you and you weren't there.
I was trying to tried two things at one time.
No, you're fine. So let me run through that again. It looks like SimStandings is going to be a service that's going to help league owners track data between their drivers, points, and a lot of other useful stuff. When it comes to helping leagues, points, driver performance, track and league records, and other leaderboards. When it comes to being a league owner, which you are going to be very soon, how important is that information to be readily available for you?
It's going to be huge for me getting started. Like I said, like you said, we're going to get a league off the ground here very shortly. Just a bunch of startups. Being able to have all of that there and I don't have to really try to keep it organized, it does it for me. That's a great perk to have.
Well, we just hit the checkered in qualifying, and there it is. Kevin Bullock is going to start on pole for the SimStandings 125. Second place is going to sit Jonathan Wright, who was fastest in practice but not fastest in qualifying. Mitch Diamond and Robert Hissong is going to round out your row 2. Frankie Bararso and Josh Larson going to roll out row 3. Josh King and Thomas Meeks, 7th and 8th place. 9th and 10th is going to be league owner Steve Tucker and Adam Newbert. Matt Smith, 11th. Jeff Tetro in 12th. 13th and 14th is Matt Opliner and Nick Bibby. Ryan Pescato is going to be in 15th. 16th is going to see the 5 of Anthony Williams. Matthew Fleming in 17th, followed by Mike Corvu in 18th. 19th and 20th is Brandon Perry and Joseph David. Reese Kelva is going to qualify in the 21st position. 22nd position is Michael Bennett. The 18 of Tony Edwards is going to start in the 23rd position. 24th is Travis Twitty. Blake Lothan, 25th. 26th is Donnell Williams. Jeff Sickles going to start 27th. Jesse Erdman going to be in 28th. 29th is Joaquin Meza. 30th is going to be Brian Crocker, and Charles Balance is going to be shotgun on the field in 31st. Got a big field here tonight, Ryan, and we have a big show brewing up here tonight. A lot of drivers here. A lot of very good drivers.
It'll be very interesting to see how they react with it being the first race in the playoffs. Will there be a little bit more give and take to the playoff guys that normally wouldn't be, or are they still going to race everybody as hard as they can?
Well, just so
we're not going green, not going green.
As you hear that, we are going to hold off on going green. Gives us a little bit of an extra time to kind of plug some of the drivers that are in the playoffs. Your pole sitter, actually, Kevin Bullock, you do not see the splitter, the nameplate or the spoiler, anything of green, but right next to him you see Jonathan Wright. See all that lime green? Those signify playoff drivers. There's Jonathan Wright, Robert Hissong, the 65 of Mitch Diamond, Josh Larson, Frankie Bararso, Thomas Meeks in that 55. You see the difference. No green on him. The 24 of Steve Tucker, the 87 of Jeff Tetro. So wherever you see lime green on the car, looking at a playoff driver. There's Matthew Fleming and those beer nuts. Look good. Look good. Look very good. Well, we are about to go green fry. It's going to be interesting. Going to be very fun to call this race with you. It's always a pleasure to just BS with you anytime, but now that we're actually calling a race, it's really going to be interesting. Early on in this race, what are you expecting out of drivers?
Early on, a lot of give and take. They're going to try to figure out where the limits are. But again, it sounds like there's part of the track that's really loose to them. So it's going to be a lot of trying it to see if it'll work and if it'll stick to make passes. If not, then it's going to be a lot of follow behind and hope the slide jobs work.
All right, everybody watching in the chat, Pace car hits pit road, and we are
Green, green, green.
underway in the 2022 Wheels America Cup Series playoffs. Man, gotta love those engine noises. 65, really good. Mitch Diamond gets to the lead, up 2 positions already. And you already see that drivers going to the high side. It looks like the 04 of Jonathan Wright clips the wall entering turn 3. That's going to allow Steve Tucker to get underneath him as we cross the line for lap 2.
Well, like you said there, the cars at the beginning of this race almost going to that high side. Only a few staying at the bottom.
Well, it's either stay at the bottom or get stuck at the bottom. So I'm very much expecting drivers to want to move up towards the top because it looks... Oh, we have a car spinning. That looks like Robert Hissong. He's going to cut the grass. There goes the lawn mowing Bill.
The yellow flag is out.
And the yellow flag is out, and I'm pretty sure that's the call. Oh!
Oh,
Who is that? That looks like the 5?
I believe so, yes.
That looks like Anthony Williams gets collected with Robert Hissong. So with that, we are going to go back and see.
I was actually kind of watching him, and it looks like he gets a little lower than what he had been. And like I said, the drivers had said that the middle of the track feels real loose, and it just kicked out from underneath of him.
All right, we're going to go into the replay at about quarter speed so you can see it happen in its entirety. Yeah, you're right, Ryan. He's straddling that white dash line, and he's just going to lose it off of turn 4. Now he's coming right at the camera.
Yeah, that car had my attention with that beautiful paint scheme, but yeah, he moved down a little bit lower than what he had been, and it just got loose on him.
Well, as you can see, well before the contact between the 28 and the 5 actually also gets loose out of turn 4. And here it comes. Here comes the 5 as the 28 is trying to get back on track. And ooh, don't know if I would waste a fast repair on that. We don't know the extent of the damage on the 5, but oh, starting early.
I would say that the 28's gonna have to use it. That's a lot of rear end damage on that right side.
So bear with me, everybody. I gotta actually turn the engine sound just down a little bit, because as they roared past us, Man, were they loud. So thank you everybody in the chat watching us tonight. I'm AJ Capola for Extreme Sim TV, All-Star 15 TV, and the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. With me tonight is my good buddy Ryan Fry of... trying to think of the name of your page.
Wrestling over everything.
There you go. Wrestling over everything. We're big wrestling nerds as well. But tonight we are calling the Wheels America Cup Series round 1 of the playoffs. It is the SimStandings 125. Just make sure hit that like button, subscribe to All-Star 15 TV. We will be taking you all the way through the playoffs here for the Wheels America Cup Series. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And from what I can tell, the 28 did not use his repair there.
Still got a lot of rear end damage.
Yeah.
Well, in a way, I would think that's a good thing. Maybe you just don't want to burn it this early on in the race. And yeah, you could see that the rear end of that Ford Mustang, especially the right rear, is caked in pretty good. Well, that's not good for the 65. Just watched him blink in and out. With iRacing, that is a big, big deal. But we are a half a lap away from going green. We'll go green on lap 6 at the beginning of lap 6. I think the caution drivers are the only drivers to be on pit road. Oh, wow. No. Josh King, along with Matt Smith. Well, there's Matt Smith. Josh King. Both laps down to start this race. I wonder if those were the penalties from last week. Having to start from pit road, but here we go. Through the restart box, Mitch Diamond hits that loud pedal and goes. He's going to bring Jonathan Wright and Frankie Bararso with him. Kevin Bullock not with a good restart. Mitch Diamond going to run that low line, move up in front of Jonathan Wright. Let's see if he's going to stick to the high side now that he's completely clear, and it looks like he does. Seeing a lot of these drivers cut the track just a little bit. Gonna have to be careful. Ooh. Ooh, there's a lot of damage on that 3. You know, SDK usually pops up with the car that wrecks in bright red, so it makes it nice and easy. Unfortunately, now it's, look for the Kahoo. We had a car upside down there.
Five and 3 are on pit road.
Ooh, the 32, Nick Bibby and Travis Twitty, the 32 and the 29. Gonna back it up just a little bit further for you guys and see what happened here. Looks like the 32 of Bibby just gets a little loose. Also having some blinking problems. There he goes. Getting loose in 3 and 4. Gonna overcorrect it. You see that steering wheel completely turned to the right. Turning back towards the left. Is he gonna clip the 41? He is. And there's Travis Twitty in the 29. Somebody's about to get airborne too, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, Blake Lothing gets into it in the 59. A lot of drivers already mixed into this.
The 35 has no nose.
So they're running a modified. Ooh, the 5 is upside down. What is going on with Anthony Williams? He just popped up out of nowhere with no... Interesting. There's the 7 of Josh King and the 28 of Robert Hassan as well. I'm going to go back and see that. Wow. Wow, so we've had a very eventful first couple laps. See a couple playoff drivers already having some issues. That would be Josh King, Matt Smith, Robert Hassan. Kind of, kind of fun to see chaos happen, but when it happens to playoff drivers that are trying to make up as much points as possible with being further back, it's gonna be a fight the rest of the race and probably the next round or the next race, for better words.
I mean, at the beginning of the race, you asked what to look out for, and it was to stay clean. And there's a lot of drivers that's not been able to do that.
Yeah, and like I said, this Kansas isn't a very difficult track. It's a difficult to pass track, but I think the playoff is getting into some of the drivers' heads, even if they're not in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's definitely proving that it's either high or low. Do not go in the middle.
I was watching a lot of practice, and you are 100% right when it comes to do not go middle. We talked to Matt Smith, last year's champion, just on how he was running, and he mentioned it's high, low. If you transition mid-turn, you are looking to spin the car. Appreciate everybody already hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel. Very much appreciate that all. We will be talking to each stage winner and the top 3 finishers at the end of the race tonight. I see Frankie Bararso running that apron. Now, with the cautions we've had, I would not be surprised if some of the drivers are going to try to stretch it to that 35 stage 1 caution. But we're a half a lap away from going green. Most of the top 10 are playoff drivers. Mitch Diamond, Jonathan Wright, Frankie Bararso, Steve Tucker, the 87 of Jeff Tetro, and the 88 of Matthew Fleming, and the 51 of Josh Larson. Those are all your playoff drivers in the top 10. But as Joker says in The Dark Knight, here we go. They aren't really lined up, but we're going to get to the restart box, and there goes Diamond. Diamond hits the gas hard. Nobody spins the tires. Frankie Bararso is going to try to scoot underneath Jonathan Wright. Going to attempt to make the pass by taking the short way around the track. That 04 will have a heck of a launch coming out of turn 2, but Frankie's going to cut up in front of him. So far, Diamond is doing a really good job to play hide and seek, staying about 0.3 off of Frankie Bararso, even just on the restart. Looking like a lot of drivers are going single file, electing to go single file. Further on in the back, looking at Thomas Meeks in that 55. He has Josh Larson underneath him trying to make the pass. Looks like he gets a little loose off of turn 2. I haven't seen that yet. Usually we've seen drivers get tight coming out of a turn and loose center, but we saw Meeks almost clobber that wall with the back end. Going to go back up front as Frankie Bararso is putting a little heat on the 65, just 15 laps in. Ryan, what are you looking at on your screen? What battle are you staring at?
I'm back here looking at the 41, the 3, and the 22. Sorry I'm not caught up on names yet, but I'm just watching to see these guys that are on the low line trying to make it work. The 3's made it work so far, got around the 22. He's working on the 41 at the moment. 32 has also gotten by the 22. I'm not exactly sure how much damage the 22 has from that last caution.
Yeah, the 22 is Jeff Sickles, the 3 is Ryan Piscato, and the 29 right now is Travis Twitty.
Yeah, so I'm watching those 3 car make the run to the bottom, and he's making it work where other ones are kind of struggling to get off the wall and stay up off it. He's making it work on the bottom. Now I do believe he has used his repair from that caution. He was pretty messed up after that last caution.
So we're gonna head back up front to Mitch Diamond, Frankie Bararso, and Jonathan Wright. Ryan, good call on those battles, and the 3 car really coming alive. Unfortunately, he's a lap down and not in the lucky dog position. Only one driver out of the race so far. That is the 5 of Anthony Williams. Currently still sitting on pit road, trying to repair some damage. Look at this line of cars from first to, it looks like, 8th. Just following the leader, taking that high line. Looking at Kevin Bullock in that 62 Fulcum car, gonna try to possibly pinch the 04 of Jonathan Wright down a little bit, but Jonathan Wright gets a heck of a run in turn 1 and 2 while Bullock almost clobbers the wall.
We have the 4 car through the grass in the front stretch down the apron.
That's Reese Kelva, the head of Texas Family Racing. Still trying to save it.
Caution, yellow flag.
And caution is out on the racetrack. Oh, it looks like looks like Robert Hassong again. Let's see that 28. Hey, you mentioned that's a really good looking car. A little bit of a flashback, huh?
Yeah.
They're watching in about quarter speed as they're coming through turn 2, I would assume. The 86 actually gets into Thomas Meeks. Looking for the 86. That's Brian Crocker. And everybody just checking up and trying to avoid. Robert Hassong gets the brunt of it just a little bit, but he's going to go head first into the inside wall. The 19 kind of showed him the way. That's Michael Bennett. Oh, Blake Lothan gets into another wreck. This might be it for him. Well, the 55 is now running a modified. Well, we're 15 laps away from calling stage 1. Any standouts? I know we've had 3 cautions in the first 20 laps. I assure you and everybody at home that we will get some serious green flag laps. I just think the nerves are getting to a lot of these drivers and wanting the best position. As you see, the 7 of Josh King get his lap back. Now he's sitting in 24th on the lead lap now. Another playoff driver. But back to the question, Ryan. Any drivers stand out to you at all so far?
At the moment, I mean, Mitch Diamond's racing a race that he's staying out front. He's staying out of trouble. It looks like half of the top 10 are doing the same thing. I think what you said about nerves is the biggest thing. Once they get the shakedown of this first stage out of the way, I think we'll have some pretty good racing.
Yeah, as do I. You and I both have been in many playoff situations. Doesn't matter the game. It could even be not a racing game. We could be talking about Madden right now. Any playoff game, any situation where you could possibly cause yourself to be eliminated, you're going to be white-knuckling it. And knowing that myself not being the best driver on the racetrack, probably more than white-knuckling it.
Yeah, I mean you're nervous. It's the first race of the playoffs. You don't want to be the guy that's in the playoffs that ends up taking out another guy that's in the playoffs. You don't want to make any kind of mistakes at all, and you're destined to make a mistake when you're trying to avoid mistakes.
Well, we're under caution, so I can probably go on a little bit of a story with experiences with my co-host tonight, Mr. Ryan Fry. Well, we were, I want to say it was like NASCAR 15 or 16, and we're racing at a playoff race at Loudon, New Hampshire. And Ryan, it's not his best track, let me just say this. Consistently saying as the race, I think there's a couple laps left, you do not have to lap me. You do not have to lap me. And just Ryan, for S's and giggles, was like, you don't have to lap me, and made sure that person did not have to lap them. Because that car did not have a chance to get by him. It was like, nope, boom, out of the way, goodbye. Told you not to try it.
Yeah, I mean it was fun, but it was also to make a point. He had a well enough lead on second. He didn't need to put me a lap down with 4 laps to go. And I was having a bad race to begin with because it's New Hampshire. That's already bad enough. So I was willing to face the penalty, and I don't think I even got one.
No, you didn't, because I'm pretty sure it was my league, and I knew who exactly you did that to, so you weren't even going to come close to having a penalty. But the lights are off on that beautiful iRacing pace car. Your front row right now is Mitch Diamond in that 65 badass Ford Mustang. I'm not swearing, ladies and gentlemen. It literally says badass on his car. And Frankie Bararso on that outside in the 12 Mach 2 Aerospace. And here we go, looking at about 13 laps till the stage break.
Green flag.
With the caution laps we've had, I'm pretty sure everybody can make it. Got a little bit of a line building on that bottom lane. There's the 04 and Steve Tucker, both trying to make the pass on Frankie Bararso, and it looks like Jonathan Wright has no problem doing it. Steve Tucker might have to just follow in line, which is exactly what he does in that 24. Everybody once again utilizing that high side, trying to get off the bottom almost immediately. You see Matthew Fleming kind of stuck side by side with Jeff Tetro going into turn 1 here. Ooh, Kevin Bullock is a little loose. Saves it, going to try to maneuver back up towards the top, but Jeff Tetro is going to cut underneath him with a very nice run. Going to attempt to make the pass in turn 3 and 4. Tetro and Bullock are side by side exiting turn 4. Less than 10 laps to go into the first stage. Mitch Diamond with a very, very nice lead, about 0.6 seconds on second place Steve Tucker. And you have Jonathan Wright and Frankie Bararso, followed by Kevin Bullock. That rounds out your top 5, but that top 5 might change as Jeff Tetro gets closer and faster than Kevin Bullock. You see Frankie Bararso cut to the inside as well. Good racing so far, especially with this 87 of Jeff Tetro saying, I don't need that outside to make passes, and he's consistently making passes.
He really doesn't need the bottom either because he's running the middle lane through the corners.
As you say that, he gets pretty close to the white line. But if you're going to make passes, this is exactly what I'm expecting drivers to do. Try to use the side draft a little bit and then immediately cut to the inside. Now you see the 12 of Frankie Bararso trying to use the bottom.
The 87's competitive through 1 and 2 is the middle lane every time. 3 and 4 he goes more to the white line.
Yeah,
And now he's kind of fallen off of the 62.
yeah. Do you think he's gonna have to cut his losses or cut his gains actually? Because he's gotten up to P6 using that inside and middle lane. Do you think he's gonna have to move up to the top side so he doesn't start losing ground now, which he starts doing anyway?
Yeah, he's falling in behind the 62 here, and he's seeing if that upper lane's working better for him.
Well,
The 62 and the 87 seem faster than the 04 at the moment. But
ooh,
they just
62
can't
hard
get a
into the
run.
wall.
Yep.
They're gonna go 3 wide. Tetro backs out of it just a little bit, but Bullock to the inside. Matthew Fleming gonna take 5th place on the outside. Here comes Josh Larson in that 51 Chevy Camaro. Our biggest mover of the race so far is Joaquin Meza in that 42 Chevy Camaro. He is up 18 positions, currently sitting in 11th place.
Caution, yellow flag.
And we have a caution out on the racetrack. It is Brian Crocker. Let's see what happens with this 86 machine. Let's try this again. Now play. I'm trying to find out what happened. Did he just pull over and that's it? Trying to find what happened. Ryan, are you able to see what happened with that 86? Because it's not showing anything for me, and he just pulls over on the backstretch and goes to pit road. Check out his car to see if there's any damage. Oh yeah, there's heavy right side right side damage, especially up front. But he does pull over on the backstretch, and it looks like he takes it to pit road. Got everybody on pit road right now. Looks like Nick Bibby and Adam Newbert both stay out. Trying to find out if that actually concludes the stage. We'll find out. Especially if they cross the line at 35. Or we'll have possibly 1 or 2 laps of green leading up to the stage. But thank you everybody for joining us here tonight. Ryan Fry will be back momentarily. Currently had to take a work phone call. But you are watching the SimStandings 125 here at Kansas Speedway. It is the Wheels America Cup Series first race of the round of 12 in their playoffs. Your leader is Mitch Diamond, followed by Frankie Bararso. Thomas Meeks in third. Fourth is Matthew Fleming. Jeff Tetro rounds out the top 5. Yeah, I don't know why the guy stopped on the track like that. It was very weird, and honestly, he did have a lot of damage on the right side. It looks like he took it back to pit road, but unfortunately, that's all it showed us. I think iRacing had an update a couple weeks ago, and for some reason, when a bunch of cars get mashed together like that, it don't like it. So I'm curious if we're gonna have a one-lap shootout, or they actually called the if they called the stage right there. We will find out, and if we happen to have missed the stage break because this happened right before it, I apologize, and we will try to get a hold of the stage winner during the stage 2 break. So we'll try to get both of them. But we are gridding up, getting ready to go green. Just about a half a lap away, and we're about to put stage 1 in the books. 65 of Mitch Diamond has been doing a really good job starting on that inside and then moving right up to the high side. Getting a good launch every time. You see the 55 of Thomas Meeks. But here we go. Pace car hits pit road, and time for the loud pedal.
Green flag.
Great launch by both drivers. You see that second place actually be able to hold second place. Usually third and fifth try to scoot right by as we go into turn 1 on lap 36. 65 going to move towards the high side, exiting turn 2. Matthew Fleming currently sitting in third. Battle for fourth is Jonathan Wright and Thomas Meeks. But looking at up front, Frankie Bararso getting so close to the 65. 65 is going to get loose. Oh. Wow. Mitch Diamond gets loose. Starts cutting the grass. And he's going to drop all the way to about 25th position. Wow. I was not expecting with how well he's been driving tonight. And it looks like he might actually have spun. No, there he goes.
The yellow flag is out.
Now the battle's up front, and I will say that concluded the stage. Looks like Frankie Bararso, your stage 1 winner. We will get to talking to him after pit stops. Wow. Very unfortunate for Mitch Diamond. Pretty interesting on how things run, huh? Mitch Diamond dominating the first 25, 30 laps of this race. And spins it coming out of turn 4. I don't know if that was a lot to do with the pressure from Frankie Bararso, but wow. All right, let's go talk to Frankie Bararso. Oops, sorry, Frankie. We just pulled you up in the booth, pal. I'm guessing you are the stage 1 winner, correct?
No, that is actually not correct. Mitch actually is.
Okay, so you guys called the stage a little bit beforehand?
Yes.
All right, well, we got you in the booth, so taking the lead after he spun, got to feel pretty good because you've been battling back here pretty hard. So give us your take on the first 36, 37 laps of the race.
Car doesn't feel too bad in clean air. I think car is pretty unstable in dirty air, within like couple car lengths of someone. But that's kind of usual with kind of these cars. They're just so mechanically gripped that anybody behind them, like right behind them, is just gonna get a wake effect. But I mean, car still drives. I mean, I only got like a couple laps out front, but car definitely feels different in clean air than dirty air. That's definitely gonna be the difference between who wins this race and who doesn't.
Well, you've been good all season. You're being good tonight, sitting currently in first, followed by Matthew Fleming. So we'll let you get back up there, and we'll actually try to get a talk to Mitch Diamond real fast.
Yeah, man. Enjoy the show, guys.
See you later. All right, let's try to get Mitch Diamond in that 65, because now I feel bad. Mitch Diamond, AJ Capola up in the ND&T broadcast booth. You got a copy real fast.
Yep, got a copy.
Hey, you ended up winning stage 1. Unfortunately, after going green for about a lap, decided to take out the lawnmower and run through the infield. But a pretty good stage 1. I know you're back in the pack now, but how did it feel dominating like you did for the first 35 laps?
It felt good. We'll get back there. Just got on cold tires and lost it. That's all.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was figuring, but hey, now we get to watch you fight through the whole field, so I appreciate in advance you putting on a show for the wonderful people watching the Wheels America Cup Series here tonight.
Hey, enjoy the show.
All right, brother. Well, congratulations on your stage 1 win here tonight at Kansas. Hopefully we get to talk to you a little bit later.
Appreciate you.
All right, that was your stage 1 winner, Mitch Diamond. The lights are off on the pace car, and it looks like Frankie Bararso is electing to take the high side for this restart. My co-partner, Ryan Fry, unfortunately had to take a work phone call. He'll be back in just a little bit. But for now, it is I, Mr. AJ Capola of Extreme Sim TV, All-Star 15 TV, and the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast. New episode does come out tomorrow. Go check it out. Enough of that plug. Real fast, let me give you guys the little lowdown with the SimStandings web service for iRacing leagues. SimStandings will provide for hosting your points, driver performance, track and league records, and leaderboards. It will come with a interface and a Discord bot for your league web views to integrate with broadcasts. Look for it later on this season. So, and away we go. Frankie Barrasso, Matthew Fleming on that front row.
Green flag, green flag.
Frankie with a really good launch. Has teammate Steve Tucker right behind him. Matthew Fleming in the Beer Nuts 88 underneath. Going to try to clear that 24. Looks like he might be able to coming out of turn 2. So far, so strong with Frankie Barrasso up front. There's the 51 of Josh Larson trying to use the inside to try to get by Jonathan Wright in the 04. Still the battle for 4th right now. Larson moves up, takes 5th place, and Tetro now looks to get underneath the 55 of Thomas Meeks. Thomas Meeks running that high side. Ooh, thought there was going to be contact between that 87 and 55. We are 44 laps into a 125 lap race. Steve Tucker putting a lot of pressure right now on Matthew Fleming. Getting right to the back bumper of that 88. Pretty sure all top 3 are teammates. As you see the MK2 or Mach 2. Tucker attempting the pass. Makes the pass before they even enter turn 1. Gonna run mid. We've seen a lot of drivers lose the vehicle. But look at the time he gained on Frankie Bararso. Battle further on back. Tetro still trying to work over Thomas Meeks. And Tetro's just going to pull him right behind that 55 of Meeks. Oh, look at the 42 of Meza. Up 21 positions from the beginning of this race. Currently sitting in 8th. Doing a really fine job. I'm going to go back up front with this 3-car breakaway. The second stage will conclude on lap 70. I apologize. Lap 75. Frankie Barroso currently your leader, followed by Steve Tucker and Matthew Fleming. Looking a little bit further back for some battles. Josh Larson and Thomas Meek could be heating up pretty soon. That could also bring Tetro once again into the fold for a top 5 position. See the green banners all over these race cars. Those are the Wheels America Cup Series playoff drivers. Tetro just showing the nose to Thomas Meeks to the inside. And these guys just look like they're riding. So as we're on lap 50 of 125, we're going to 75 for the stage 2 conclusion. So far, we've had about 5 cautions. Unfortunately, some playoff drivers, especially Robert Hassong in that 28, having some issues. You have Matt Smith, lap down, also playoff driver. But other than that, we've had some awesome racing up front. Mitch Diamond is making his way back up towards the front, currently sitting in 10th from restarting in the 22nd position. There's that badass 65 looking car of Diamond. Getting some green flag laps under us right now. From going green at about lap 40. Looking at cars being able to do anywhere from 27 to 30 laps. But thank you all for being here, watching the Wheels America Cup Series. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We will follow the Wheels America Cup Series all the way to the conclusion of their season, which culminates at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Mitch Diamond still currently in 10th position. We've been watching him because he's been making waves towards the front of the pack, but he is currently 8 seconds back behind Frankie Bararso as he's opened up about a half a second lead on Steve Tucker. Steve Tucker now has to deal with Matthew Fleming. A second back from Fleming looks to the 04 of Jonathan Wright. And to round out the top 5, it is that 51 of Josh Larson. Got Paul Nagy rooting for Thomas Meeks in that 6th position in that very nicely colored black and blue PK. I think that says transportation on it, on the side of it. But right behind him is Jeff Tetro. Now to take you guys back in 1 week's time, that 55 of Thomas Meeks, well, outside of having a Wheels America Cup Series license, he went for a pilot's license into turn 3. I'm pretty sure it was turn 3 at Phoenix. It was a very entertaining race out there at Phoenix for the Nerds Doing Nerd Things event, which is the podcast I run. He went flying, and he was up in the air for a very long time. Good to see he's back in the car. Must have his force feedback down pretty low, because I've had force feedback up very high, but looks like he's going to give the position to Jeff Tetro. Going to move back up towards the top. I've known some drivers to have that force feedback up very high and actually end up breaking their wrist because it snaps back like that. But within the next 5 to 10 laps, we should be seeing Frankie Bararso and these leaders get to some lap traffic. Should be interesting to see how they maneuver that. But we have 16 viewers watching the Wheels America Cup Series race here on All-Star 15 TV. Please do me a favor, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for everything Wheels America Cup Series every Thursday night. Hey, the chat room is also open. I tried to maneuver the chat while there's lulls on the track or cautions. But with that being said, Frankie Bararso is doing a very good job up front, keeping that 24 and 88 behind him. But it looks like Steve Tucker's got a nice run coming down this backstretch. Be on the lookout. There's the 21 of Brandon Perry as he just gives way to the leaders. Next on the list looks to be Travis Twitty in that 29. And he's going to stay high, making Frankie Bararso, Steve Tucker maneuver down to the inside. I'm AJ Capola for Extreme Sim TV, All-Star 15 TV, and also the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. Check us out, new episodes every Friday, but every Thursday from now for the next month and a half, it is all things Wheels America Cup Series. Tonight it is the SimStandings 125 at Kansas Speedway, and Frankie didn't have a very good turn 3 and 4, allowing Steve Tucker to climb within 0.2 of a second. Bluegill, I don't understand you're asking for Wednesdays. Oh, I don't know about their Wednesday night league. That would be a Steve Tucker question. I would say possibly get a hold of him. But we're 62 laps in, about to head towards 63. And Bararso is pulling away from Steve Tucker and Matthew Fleming. Looking through the field for a battle brewing. It looks like Mitch Diamond, Mike Corvu, and Nick Bigby are all in line together. And if you can draft properly, I 100% think you can catch the drivers in front of you. But we are just over 10 laps away from the conclusion of Stage 2. So far, it's ended up being a really fun and entertaining race. Might have to see some pit stops before this stage is actually over. Be very interesting to see if somebody tries to stretch it. There goes Frankie Bararso around the 4-car. 4-car or 41? I think that might be the 41 car of Charles Balance, which it is. Nice to see these lap cars staying out of the way. You know, if you're not fast enough, if you're having issues, it's good to see them be like, all right, leaders, go on by. Passing Travis Twitty once again. He's going to go from the bottom to the high side, having Steve Tucker and Matthew Fleming also move down to the low lane. And here they come towards pit road. We have pit stops just about 10 laps away from the conclusion. Mitch Diamond stays out on the racetrack. He's going to put Jeff Tetchero 1 lap down. Caution were to come out now, it might be a little bit of an issue for some of the drivers. Unfortunately, my co-host had to leave with a work issue. He runs a business, and they unfortunately had a pretty hefty issue that he had to go take care of. So that was Ryan Fry. Hopefully he'll be back soon, but right now it's just me up in the booth. Love having him up here. Hopefully we'll get to do it again soon, but unfortunately when your day job calls, you kind of can't put the phone down, especially when you own that day job. But Mitch Diamond is staying out. It's lap 69. We're 6 laps away from taking that stage 2 green and white checkered flag. It looks like Jeff Sickle, good for him in that 22 A's Lawn and Landscaping. That beautiful sponsor ended up sponsoring a Dover race just a couple weeks ago. Good to see them all over that 22 machine. Blake Lothan going to be in that 3rd position, that 59 car. Mitch Diamond stays out. He's actually on the backstretch now of lap 70. Frankie Bararso, Steve Tucker, and Matthew Fleming all about 25 or so seconds behind. So if Mitch Diamond can make it to the end, he will effectively have 6th place and further a lap down. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's coming the pit road now as he's using that inside lane. Gonna step on the brakes. Here he comes to pit road. All nice and easy onto pit road. There's Blake Lothan in 2nd place. Could possibly assume the lead. But he has that 12 of Frankie Bararso right behind him. Mitch Diamond just ended up taking fuel. Will not go a lap down, but will not win Stage 2. Blake Lothan currently your leader with just about 3 laps to go. In stage number 2, Frankie Bararso just 0.2 behind. And closing fast, going to cut to the inside, make the pass on that 59 Chevy. It's a very nice 8 car. But we're currently looking at Frankie Bararso about a second and a half and climbing very fast over Blake Lothan. Blake Lothan is looking to get passed by the 24 of Steve Tucker. Matthew Fleming is a little bit further back, and we are on the white flag of stage number 2. Frankie Bararso halfway down the backstretch. Through 3 out of 4. And he will win stage 2 in very convincing fashion. After pit stops, we will talk to our stage 2 winner. But while that ends up happening, we are going to do a quick, and I mean very quick, commercial break.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Wheels America Cup Series race here at Kansas Speedway. We are going to get to talking to Stage 2 winner, Frankie Bararso. We pull him down here. Frankie, it's AJ up in the ND&D booth. You got a copy, pal?
I got a copy.
Hey, dude. I know we talked to you a little prematurely last stage, but pretty good, convincing stage 2, don't you say?
All right,
Yeah, no, it was, we kind of got lucky there because I think Mitch has something for us, same as all those ABR guys. We just kind of got lucky. We had Matt in 4th, and it was just kind of the stars aligned for us. Let's hope they align for us again in this final stage.
Well, you're looking at a little bit longer of a stage 3 like you always do at racetracks. But with that being said, you're still looking at maybe a 1 to possible 2 pit stops in this stage if we go green. Are you going to try to stretch it, or are you just going to, not give away any secrets and run as hard as you can?
Well, what I will say is it could be a 1-stop or 2-stop. We don't know what we're doing for sure. My guess is we could do we'll probably maybe do more of a 1-stop, but who knows? It's still up for debate in TFR, but yeah, we'll see where it goes. We have 2 sets of tires left, so we could be a little flexible.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was counting on, because I've been figuring out who's been taking tires or not. But you did a good job not spilling all your secrets to me and the whole YouTube verse and all that stuff. So good luck in stage 3. Hopefully we get to talk to you by the end of the race tonight.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
See you later, pal. That was stage 2 winner Frankie Bararso. We are gridding up, getting ready to go. Those wave around cars are getting their wave around. Where is Reese? Reese is currently on pit road with a beat up machine, as you see on your screen. Don't know what exactly happened. It did not pop over my feed if he hit anything or somebody hit him, but he's on pit road as of 6.5 laps ago. So, unfortunately, it looks like he might have had some issues, but we're going to jump back over to Frankie Bararso. And ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start stage number 3. Up front, it is Frankie Bararso leading Steve Tucker. Row 2 is Matthew Fleming and Jonathan Wright. Row 3 sits Blake Lothan and Nick Bigby. And row 4 is Mitch Diamond and Thomas Meeks. Pace car hits pit road, and we are
Green flag.
green on stage 3. Looked like Steve Tucker almost accidentally jumped it, had to get back on those brakes. It almost caused a big pile up. No contact, no damage, but could have been very, very bad. Here comes the 04 Jonathan Wright. Jonathan Wright looking for second place. He's going to pass Matthew Fleming coming out of turn 2. We are single file for the top 5. Going a little bit further back, Mitch Diamond all the way back up to 6th place. Jeff Tetro in the 32 of Nick Bigby. Everybody maneuvering towards that high side. You're going to see Steve Tucker try to use that inside to gain a little bit more momentum. Oh, he's going to get loose. That's going to make Blake Lothan cut to the inside, attempt an inside pass. Got 18 people currently watching. Thank you for blowing up my channel. We are 80 laps into this Wheels America Cup Series race. At 59 of Blake Lothan. Oh, NASCAR driver Blake Lothan. Did a very good job at Martinsville. Very good job. Can't wait to see him possibly do more stuff in the future if it all stars align. Let's go 55. 55 is Thomas Meeks, currently sitting in 16th place. About 6.5 seconds back from the lead. Up front, it's Frankie Bararso, Jonathan Wright. Battle for the lead. Jonathan Wright in the 04 going to cut to the inside, going to attempt the pass, going to try to slide up in front of that 12. He does it. Dale Jr. was here. You would have heard slide job. Actually, no, that was Chicagoland. I was going to say, was that Kansas? Frankie Bararso trying to repay the favor, cuts to the inside, does not have the momentum on exit. Going to lose a little bit of ground to Wright.
The yellow flag is
And
out.
the yellow flag is out on the racetrack, and we're going to look for Charles Balance. Oh, his car's in trouble already. Oh, and he's up on his roof. Now, I don't know if there was an update with iRacing, but for some reason it is not showing Rex. But he's going to have to jump to pit road because that's, you kind of can't drive on your roof. And as you can see, he's still trying. There he goes. Now he just officially jumps to pit road. Yes, Paul. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. Paul is also rooting for that 55 of Thomas Meeks. Let's see if he could rebound. He was up front for quite a while. This could possibly give Matthew Smith in that 35 a lucky dog. We're going to wait and see if he's going to come around the outside. And what do you know? There he goes. You are watching the Wheels America Cup Series. Round of 12, race 1 of the playoffs. It's almost Friday. My brain is shot from work. But speaking of that, hopefully you all had a wonderful week. It is Friday Eve, and you are sitting either in front of your phone, at a computer, in front of a TV, watching the Wheels America Cup Series. It's always fun to broadcast these guys. They always put on a great show, and I just got to throw this out there. Thank you all for watching. I very much appreciate it. We got 17 people currently watching. Y'all are wonderful. If you can't hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps out the channel completely. And the more eyes we can get on Jonathan Wright, Frankie Bararso, Steve Tucker, Matthew Fleming, Blake Lothan, these drivers along with the league, the better for the league. I want this league to be up there, and I mean very up there. They have the talent completely. But with that being said, right now it's Jonathan Wright, Frankie Bararso, 1 and 2. Steve Tucker and Matthew Fleming, 3rd and 4th. 5th and 6th show Blake Lothan and Mitch Diamond. Jeff Tetro, Nick Bibby, Michael Bennett, and Josh King round out your top 10. Looking for Steve Tucker on Discord right now so I can give you the read of SimStandings. SimStandings is an upcoming web service for iRacing leagues. SimStandings will provide a hub for hosting your points, driver performance, track and league records, along with leaderboards. It comes with an easy-to-use interface, a Discord bot to use in your league's Discord server, and web views to integrate with broadcasts. Stay tuned for the release later on this year. Thank you, SimStandings, for sponsoring this Wheels America Cup Series race. We are at Kansas Speedway for, wait for it, the SimStandings 125. I'm going to do a plug. I probably should read it right first. But we are a half a lap away from going green. Next week, May 5th, we go all the way down to Alabama, all the way to the Talladega Super Speedway for the American Badass Racing 250. Love that name. All I do is picture the Undertaker on a motorcycle, but we are about to go green. And away we go. Jonathan Wright with an excellent restart. Frankie Barso spins the tires just a little bit. That 24 of Steve Tucker going to tuck in right behind the 04 of Wright. Barso with a good launch on that outside. Can he hold on to P2? But here comes Steve Tucker to the inside. No side drafting there as they go down the backstretch. Tucker back towards the inside. Both Wright and Bararso are going to stay into the high side. That 24 machine is very strong wherever he wants to put it.
Caution, yellow
Yeah,
flag.
caution back out on the racetrack. Looking for that 7 of Josh King. There he is. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's just going to get loose. Oh, no. Ooh. You know, that could have been worse. Robert Hassan gets into it as well. Gotta find, looking for that driver that also caught into it. There it is. It was the 42 of Joaquin Meza. Wow. I was looking for that other green driver. We're gonna go back live. We are under caution once again, looking for that long green flag run that we had in stage 2. But right now it is Wright, Bararso, Tucker, Fleming, and Diamond your top 5. Pole sitter Kevin Bullock is currently sitting all the way back in 11th in that 62 Track Racer Fulcum machine. Kevin's always been a good friend of mine. Used to drive for my motorsports team in another league. And I'm happy to see him all the way in the Wheels America Cup Series. He's been very kind with my career, either broadcasting or racing, and I'm glad to see he's been doing well as well. Coming down pit road, seeing if he's going to fix a little bit of that damage. Oh, there he goes. He's going to take that fast repair. And it looks like 4 tires to go. Coming off the pit lane first looks to be Blake Lothan. Excuse me. Ooh. Don't actually know where that came from. Well, we are on lap 90, about a half a lap away from hitting lap 91 under caution. Whoa, we got almost 20 people up in the 21 people watching. Whoa! I'll take it. Thank you all for being here. If you haven't yet, hit that share button. The more people watching the Wheels America Cup Series, the better. We have hit their playoffs. This is race 1, SimStandings 125. Right now, Frankie Bararso, your leader. Your stage winners of the race consist of the 65 of Mitch Diamond, currently sitting in the ninth position, and your leader, stage 2 winner, Frankie Bararso. My YouTube updated with the numbers, and I saw 21. I'm like, oh, awesome. We're about a lap and a half away from going green. Hey, I have a lot of blast broadcasting. I have a lot of fun talking with the people in my chat. I have a lot of fun talking to the drivers before, during, and after the race. And I gotta say, Steve Tucker puts on a hell of a show with this Wheels America Cup Series. I know it's not all him, but it's his league. And he's got a lot of great drivers within this league. As you see, Travis Twitty coming back down pit road, and it's also bringing the 77 of Mike Corvu. So you see the lights out on that iRacing pace car, which means we are just moments away from going green. We'll take the green on lap 93, going all the way to 125. Gonna see that iRacing official pace car take that left-handed turn down pit road. What are we gonna see on this restart? We're gonna see possibly the 12, 24, 88, or 51 possibly spin their tires, allowing somebody behind them to get a heck of a jump. But until then, dun dun dun, here we
Green flag,
go.
green flag.
Frankie Bararso with a very good restart, but same can be said by Steve Tucker. Steve Tucker going to go to the extreme outside. Going to hold on to that second place position, and we are side by side for third place. Third place is Josh Larson. Matthew Fleming going to tuck in right behind him. And Blake Lothan currently sitting in fifth, up 20 positions from where he started here. .30 laps to go. But man, what a great race. We've had cautions, but we've had some serious battling on this racetrack. There goes Jonathan right to the inside under. Ooh, Adam Newbert. Adam Newbert, what happened to you, pal? Look at that 17. Ooh, oh no, Kevin Bullock. Oh, we're gonna have to go back to Kevin Bullock on that one. No, does he just get loose? Oh wow, look how long he was loose. I didn't mean to hit that. We're gonna have to go back. Yeah. We'll be there in just moments. Just need to go look for it. We're watching Kevin Bullock on the race track. That stuff happened within those couple laps. Wow. Here we go. We'll switch to Kevin Bullock because he was loose for a while. All right. We're looking at the backstretch here. We're going to see it in full time. There's a 62 of Kevin Bullock, center of your screen. He's loose, still loose. Goes down, clips the apron, going to come up right in front of the 19. The 19 is Bennett. And we're going to see a couple cars spinning and wrecking here. Right after taking a fast repair, too. That's unfortunate. That Fulcum 62 is not looking too good on that right-handed side. But we're going to go back to green. Not green. Go back to live. There goes Ryan Piscato getting his lap back. Kelva in the chat. Husky, don't be judging me. I'm spotting the boys. Well, you're also a very good team owner. When you know it's not your night, you go help the rest out the team. This is the part where Kelva's probably going to be like, yeah, what the broadcaster said. Looks like we're probably going to go green just after the 100th lap. Currently about to put lap 98 on the board. Got to give a huge shout out to all these playoff drivers. Just going to focus on a couple right now. There's Frankie Bararso, Steve Tucker, Josh Larson, Matthew Fleming, Jonathan Wright. Your whole top 5 consists of playoff drivers. Your next playoff driver currently sits in 7th. That is Mitch Diamond. Your next one, 9th, is Jeff Tetro. And that's all your playoff drivers currently in the top 10 positions. I don't know what that ding was, and it scared me. That ding was very scary, and I didn't appreciate it. Especially when you got your headset on full blast. Which probably shouldn't be doing in the first place. But we will be going green on lap 100 for a 25 lap shootout. Currently looking for the fastest driver this race. And it looks to be Kevin Bullock, actually. He's currently sitting in that 12th position, but his fastest lap of the race is a 31.01, and that's just about a half a tenth faster than Jonathan Wright for your fastest speed, or fastest time during this race. Ding, ding, ding. The following contest scheduled for a 25-lap shootout. To the conclusion of the SimStandings 125. Pace car hitting pit road. Frankie Bararso, Steve Tucker, your front row.
Green, green, green.
Great restart by Bararso. Great restart by Bararso on that outside. Tucker gonna try to tuck in behind the 12. Gonna go immediately to the high side is that 24. You're darn right it is hammer down time. Here comes the 51. Larson going to try to pass Steve Tucker. He's gonna bring Jonathan Wright alongside. Steve Tucker going from 2nd to 4th within a lap. Topside's going to have to start coming in soon. Steve Tucker into the wall, going into turn 1. Going to stack up that outside lane just a little bit more. Oh, he's getting loose. Lothan's getting loose. Lothan can't save it.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, man. Let's see this. We saw the 24 get loose. And I wonder if the 59 of Lothan getting loose was more of a reaction. You're going to see it start to happen momentarily. There it goes. And they're both synchronized spinning. I don't know if there's going to be any contact. Ooh, but that 82. Oh, the 82 and Josh King. Matt Opplener and Josh King get together. Both Steve Tucker and Blake Lothan survive with no contact. Oh boy, here comes Bararso to pit road. Larson, Wright, Diamond, and Tetro all stay out. Go to a Wheels America Cup Series commercial. All right, everybody, we are back here at the Kansas Speedway. Right now, your leader is Josh Larson, followed by Jonathan Wright and Mitch Diamond. Oh, we are heating up to be a great finish here tonight. The first race in the round of 12 for the Wheels America Cup Series playoffs. Guys can't see me, but I'm like, ooh. It's going to be fun, going to be interesting. So I'm going to ask the chat. There's 19 of you watching right now. Need all of you to either hit that, well, not either. Hit that like button, subscribe, share out the video so everybody sees the last 20 laps of this race. But now, for your job. In the chat section, who's winning this race? You have Larson, Wright, Diamond, Tetro, and Bibby, your top 5. They didn't pit on this recent caution. You had Bararso, Fleming, Tucker, Meeks. They all pitted just now. Call your shot. Who do you have winning this race? I'll wait. A bluegill, a driver. You know, I saw a driver, and I immediately thought it was my wife. Because that would be a my wife answer. And I know she watches these, because she supports what I do. Which is absolutely wonderful. Right before we went green tonight, she brought me down a bowl of homemade lasagna, and it was absolutely wonderful. So, honey, if you're actually watching this, you're awesome. But the lights are out on that pace car. Your front row is Larson and Wright, followed by Tetro and Diamond. Kevin Bullock, after having some issues, up to P5. Up to P5. Good for Kevin. Oh, I love the pun guys. I love the pun guys. Looking at just about 20 laps to go. Paul Nagy says he's looking for one more caution to determine it.
Green flag, green flag.
And Larson with a great restart as the 04 just a little slow on the jump. They're going to dive into turn 1 with 19 laps to go. Mitch Diamond going to stay right behind Larson. Josh Larson going to cut up in front of Wright. Look at that 65 of Mitch Diamond. Oh, big wreck. Big wreck. Josh King involved. Some of our leaders involved. Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, be prepared for what you're about to see. Many playoff drivers can be affected in one wreck, and I think we're about to watch it. Josh King not having the greatest nights from the start, in more of a bounce back mode. Ooh, hold on. Timeout. We're going to have to rewind here. Kevin Bullock is already sideways. That top side is not liking Kevin Bullock. Already loose. This happened just a couple laps ago as well. Almost the same exact thing. Oh, right in front of Frankie Bararso. In front of the 7 of Josh King. The 45 of Bennett. Oh, Jesse Erdman. I apologize. Steve Tucker, the 82. Oh, many playoff drivers having issues. Well, Paul Nagy, hate to say you saw that one coming, but wow, I'm more shocked that a driver had the same exact issue in consecutive cautions. Maybe not consecutive cautions, but Kevin Bullock just laps ago in 3 and 4 gets loosed, and it looked exactly the same. Just in this instance, it caught a lot more drivers. We are just past 11 o'clock in the East Coast. I think it's starting to be a good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Wheels America Cup Series. We are under 20 laps to go for the SimStandings 125. Paul, I can see you patting yourself on the back right now for calling it, but that took quite a few playoff drivers out with it. Fully expect Frankie Bararso and Steve Tucker to still have a fast repair under them, but it's gone now. SimStandings, the sponsors of tonight's race at the Kansas Speedway, is an up-and-coming web service for iRacing. SimStandings will provide a hub for hosting your points, driver performance, track and league records, and leaderboards. It comes with an easy-to-use interface, a Discord bot to use in your league's server, a web view to integrate with broadcasts later this year for the release of it. So I'm very excited. I know multiple people that are looking to start up leagues, so I will 100% be suggesting SimStandings to them, mostly because they are sponsoring a league I am fully behind. Just like when Monster had a big investment in NASCAR. I'm not a huge Monster drinker, or I wasn't a huge Monster drinker. Now it's a different story. I went and bought a couple Monster cans. I know they won't see it, but you sponsor NASCAR, I buy your stuff. I know a lot of people are like that. Jimmy Johnson had Lowe's on his car for the longest time. I went to Lowe's, mostly because Tony Stewart and Joey Logano were in the Home Depot car, and not a fan of them. And I'm from Connecticut, and I say that about Joey Logano. Go Ryan Preece. Woo. Paul Nagy with the little bit of a nugget there. Being on old tires and up front is better than new tires and being in 20th. Rather, you're probably right. It's just, man, having all that speed back there and nowhere to go. Here we go.
Green.
Josh Larson with a little bit of a wheel spin, but not as bad as Jonathan Wright. Jonathan Wright going to cut right in front of the 65 of Mitch Diamond. Mitch Diamond going to try and take second place. Going to give the 51 a nice shot in the butt. Under 15 laps to go here tonight. Jonathan Wright comes right across Diamond's front bumper, trying to take the lead. They are side by side exiting turn 4. There goes Matt Smith. Matt Smith cutting through the grass. And we are going to stay green. Another playoff driver having some issues. Frankie Bararso also having some issues tonight. Gonna be able to be in a little bit better of a position, especially because of his playoff points and his stage win tonight. But currently in 16th, minus 11 spots in that Mach 2 aerospace machine. Josh Larson up front still, followed by Jonathan Wright and Mitch Diamond. Ooh, 42 Mezzaloose. Turn 4 is biting a lot of drivers. Jonathan Wright getting ever so closer to race leader Larson. Wright putting down the fastest lap of the race at a 30.87. Holy cow, that's a fast lap, everybody. Right there was Jeff Tetro at a 30.85. Wright going to the inside in turn 1 and 2, trying to get by the 51 of Larson. Larson's going to go block the inside, come back up to the top side. 0.2 separating both drivers. And closing into the back bumper of Larson. Wright has 9 laps to try to make a move. 51 a little loose on entry. It's going to allow the 04 to have a heck of a run down the backstretch. They are even. Wright with the advantage. Wright looking for a move into turn 3 and 4. Makes the pass. Going to come up right in front of the 51. Can Jonathan Wright start to pull away? Somebody said, here comes Diamond. Diamond up to second place. Diamond using that inside to his advantage. Look at this. Look at this. We're about to be side by side for first through fourth. They say that? Little bit of separation. Little bit of separation there. Wright staying on that high side, staying devoted towards that outer lane. Diamond going to try to work his way back up there. Here comes Tetro. Tetro looking for third place. Cutting it underneath. Don't know if he'll be able to clear that 65 because of the 3-car train on that outside. 6 laps to go. It is anybody's game in this top 4. All you need is a little bit of a run. Larson about a 10th behind Wright. In those tire tracks of the 04. Diamond and Tetro are just waiting and waiting to see if there's going to be an issue. There goes the 51 trying to hit the point again. Can he clear the 04 coming out of turn 2? No, the 04 is going to have a nice run. Larson's going to have to tuck right back up. Here comes the 65, cutting to the inside. Making the pass for second place. Diamond with a very good move entering turn 3. Makes the pass on Larson. Now sets his sight on Wright with 4 laps to go. Will lap traffic have anything to do with deciding the winner tonight? Looking at race leader Jonathan Wright in the 04. Coming up to the 7 of Josh King and the 28 of Robert Hassong. Both get past no problem. They're going to stick to the outside. Here comes Diamond, 0.05 away. They're side by side. Diamond with... Ooh, I thought they were going to touch. Coming to 2 laps to go. Not much time left to do anything. This side-by-side battle for second and third pretty much settles it for the lead. Jonathan Wright with almost a half a second lead on Josh Larson and Mitch Diamond. White flag in the air. White flag of the SimStandings 125. Your race leader, Jonathan Wright. Does Mitch Diamond, Jeff Tetro, or Josh Larson have anything for this 04? All 4 of these drivers are playoff drivers. 65's going to send it hard. Not going to be able to make it work. Coming out of turn 4, back to the line. Jonathan Wright wins the SimStandings 125. What a great race. Mitch Diamond comes in second. Third and fourth is Jeff Tetro and Josh Larson. Fifth place is Nick Bibby. Frankie Bararso fights back all the way to sixth place. Thomas Meeks in that 55 machine finishes seventh. 8, 9, and 10th is Matthew Fleming, Donnell Williams, and Ryan Poscato. Joaquim Meza finishes 11th. 12th goes to Blake Lothan. 13th is Jesse Erdman. Brandon Perry and Matthew Smith is 14th, 15th. Steve Tucker going to come home 16th. 17th is Matt Opliner. And we will let the results show themselves. Here it is. There you are. There's the race results. As it's cycling through, as you see in the background, that 04 just ripping donuts left and right. All right, let's see if we could talk to some of our drivers. Let's go talk to the 04. Jonathan Wright, AJ Capola in the NDNT broadcast booth. Do you have a copy, pal?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, you held off a very hard charging Mitch Diamond, Jeff Tetro, and Josh Larson. But you being a playoff driver and winning the first race of the playoffs, how does it feel?
That's awesome, dude. I ain't won all year and got to Kansas and won that damn thing. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? You ripping donuts like a champ. Gotta back up to that so we could see that all over again. Cause man, you were smoking it down that front stretch.
Man, this thing's been fast all week. I've been real comfortable and running some real good laps, especially on long runs. And I started getting frustrated early in the race because I got some damage and I wasn't living up to how fast I said I was. But this bitch came to life at the end and she was a rocket.
Yeah, man, she was a rocket. We followed you all race, dude. And congratulations. Going to Talladega next week, and with that being an elimination race and that you do not have to worry about, how does that make you feel?
That's awesome, dude. I'm going to the round of 8, and I'm going to go to Dega next weekend and let the rough side drag balls to the wall, and I'm going to send it.
There you go. I like hearing stuff like that. So you really did exactly what it says on your car. You were the badass tonight.
Yeah. Well, my teammate, Mitch, he was a lot faster than I was all race. I had some track position at the end, put it at the top, and he couldn't get around me, but he was really fast rolling the bottom. I started rolling the bottom really good at the end, too. I was able to make up a lot of spot on restarts. on the bottom. It surprised me, but he had the fastest car. And then Josh, of course, was really fast too. But man, what a blast!
Yeah,
And winning.
it was a blast calling it too, and especially those last, I don't know, 15 laps of green flag. It could have been anybody's race there. So, with that being said, you're off to Talladega next week. Before we let you go, any sponsors on that vehicle that you would like to plug? Any sponsors of you that you would like to plug? Let's hear them.
We got the old badass on the car, badass lager, and I know the Kid Rock deal with that beer. And just thank Mitch for letting me be on the team, Steve and him for letting me be a part of the league. And I knew I had a win coming. I've been trying real hard, and I finally got that thing done tonight. And I ain't got to worry about Dega. We're going to the round of 8, baby.
That's probably the best part outside of going to the round to the 8. You don't have to fight at Dega.
Oh, I know that scared me before the round started. I was like, man, this first round, I ain't going to be able to get out of it. But I went out there and won tonight, so hell yeah.
All right, pal. Well, sounds like you're about to go party, so have a good night. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, bud.
All right, that was race winner Jonathan Wright. You see him on screen ripping donuts. Let's talk to our second place finisher of the evening, Mitch Diamond. Mitch Diamond, it's AJ Capola in the NDNT booth. You got a copy, pal?
Got a copy, AJ. How are you?
Man, I feel like I talked to you more than a lot of other people in my life with how well you guys have been doing the last couple weeks.
Yeah, real happy for my teammate JD. And then with Tetro finishing third, we got an ABR 1-2-3.
Yeah, you guys did a very good job, and it was a very great last 15 laps between the four of you. Not the win you wanted, but you still won a stage, and you finished second here tonight. Any momentum going into Talladega next week, especially with some of the advancements in points that you and your team have gotten? How do you plan on tackling Dega?
Probably the same way we do every week. We got to try to get up front, lead laps, try to get stage points. Just kind of treat it like another race so we don't beat ourselves. And our teammate in the 28 had a rough night tonight, so we got to, if we can, try to get him to the front of the line. Maybe he can steal a win and make it to the next round, because I think he had a pretty rough night tonight points-wise.
Yeah, a lot of playoff drivers unfortunately had a rough night, just getting caught up in a couple things. But man, congratulations on a second place finish and getting a stage. That's got to help your chances with moving on to the next round. But we'll let you go party with your teammate, and we'll go go get Jeff Tetro. You got any sponsors you want to plug, even though you're on the same team as Jonathan Wright?
No, just American Badass Lager, and shout out to all the teammates, man. Everybody worked hard this week and paid off again. And again, shout out to JD for getting his first win there. He's been chomping for that one, and he got it done tonight.
Man, somebody's got to send me some of that badass American lager.
I think the only place you can get it now is a microbrewery in Michigan.
Well, I am very far away from that, so bummer.
Well, if I find some, I'll let you know, and I'll mail you some.
Yes, please. Yes. All right, Mitch Diamond.
I'll get the drop on that.
You have a good night. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, AJ.
All right, let's go get our third place finisher, Jeff Tetro. Jeff Tetro, AJ Capola up in the NDNT booth. You got a copy, pal?
Yes, how you doing, AJ?
Hey, wow. That was really loud. Apparently I have you up to 125. Oops. Dude, great race. Awesome run. Finished third. Not the win I'm pretty sure you were probably hoping for, but man, great run, and a good points night is still a good points night when a lot of other playoff drivers didn't have the best of nights.
Yeah, last week, where we were at Phoenix, was it?
Yes, sir.
I I happened to not to take gas on one of the pit stops we made, and ended up messing me up, and got back and packed there, and trying to get myself back up there, and I just got into a wreck a while back or whatever, and that was it. That was all she wrote. So I really needed to come here for this first race of the playoffs, and show what I had, show what I can do. and that was great. Four of us, we're coming on strong, and I'm just cross my fingers we can get through Talladega.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the only driver that is safe is Jonathan Wright.
Yeah,
Everybody,
he had a oops. What's that?
I was gonna say everybody else has to fight for whatever playoff positions are left, but it's gonna be interesting at Talladega next week.
Yeah, it surely is. I gotta hand it to John right there. He really ran really good. He was fast in practice, fast off the truck, and I just he's just been it's a hot rod, and he definitely deserved this win. So congrats to him. I'm actually dealing with bronchitis,
Hey, that
and
was
so
me
I'm
a
not
couple
actually
weeks
at the
ago.
car. Yeah. So sorry if I'm not able to talk. But a third place finish with what's going on right now, I'll definitely take it.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
I could just imagine turning left, cough, cough, cough. Turning left, cough, cough, cough.
Yes. Yes. So,
All right, pal. Well, we'll let you go. Feel better, and can't wait to see you guys next Thursday, 9:15, 9:20 ish, for qualifying and the race for the American Badass. I think 200.
oh, guess we're gonna have to get out there and win that one too, huh?
Oh well, I'm checking it again to make sure I just didn't plug somebody else. And survey says sponsorship. Yeah, American Badass Racing 250. That is what the race is called.
Sounds pretty good now, doesn't it, AJ?
Oh, it does. All I do is picture the Undertaker on the motorcycle with Limp Bizkit's Rollin' playing.
Great song.
All right,
Alrighty,
pal.
well, thank you for the interview.
Yeah, congratulations on your podium finish, and we'll talk to you next week, pal.
Alrighty. Thank you. See you.
All right, those were your top three finishers, led by Jonathan Wright, Mitch Diamond, and Jeff Tetro. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for the Wheels America Cup Series Sim Standing 125. Look for that program to launch later on this year for iRacing leagues. It's going to be very awesome if you're a league owner. Be able to have everything directed right to your Discord, right to you, information at your fingertips. Very readily available. It's going to be very fun, very easy to use. That's SimStandings. Check them out. Look them up. Can't wait to see them in use later on this year. Race was once again won by Jonathan Wright. But thank you, everybody, for coming out to All-Star 15 TV in association with Extreme Sim TV. This, once again, was the Wheels America Cup Series, round of 12, race 1 here at Kansas Speedway. You all have a wonderful night. Stay safe, stay good, and stay classy.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.